beautiful sunset is what that is.
It's a beautiful sunset.
And our friendly friends who are watching are going to let us know when we're actually live. But to be able to start on this sunset, that's pretty good. This is the good thing about starting so early. Starting at 5, you get the sunset.
It's true.
Guys, are we on? Are we live? Are we on? Are we on? Are we on? They'll let us know.
Okay. Oh, there we are.
Yay, here we are. We are. It is pretty, isn't it? Isn't it beautiful?
That's
Wait, let's
gorgeous.
get us out of the shot for a second so
Yeah.
you can just see that. Isn't that just nice? Oh my God. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. Look where we are. We're at the pizza place. Look at this.
All right.
We have gone here once before with you guys. Love, love, love this place. Hey, how's it going? Good. Nice to see you. We brought some friends with us. I hope that's okay with you. We like to show off your business. Oh man, what do you like on your pizza?
I like a special.
Yeah?
It has like
Just a whole bunch of stuff. You pick it. Whatever you want. I eat everything on a pizza, so whatever you want. The one that
pepperoni,
says
sausage, meatball, onion. Yeah.
that one, that special, you got it.
Yeah.
That sounds great. All right, let's get a large. Let's get a large special. That way, if there's some left over, I can take Kim a couple pieces.
Oh yeah.
What else? What else are you having? You're having an Oreo cookie dessert, or a caramel apple dessert,
Wow, those are tempting.
or a lemon blueberry dessert.
No, I think I will get a medium fountain drink.
Yep.
Fountain drink. Yeah, make it 2, please. You want a salad also? Something like that?
Yeah, I should probably have a salad. But,
Yeah. You want some? Should we get a Caesar on the side or something like that?
I think small dinner salad.
One small dinner
I
salad.
get balsamic.
Okay.
Get a balsamic.
We have Italian, and that's okay.
Okay, I'll do Italian.
Okay.
Yeah. Trying to be healthier.
Nice. I'm just gonna eat pizza.
Okay.
All right.
Anything else for you?
I think that's gonna be it, my friend. You know what? Actually, wait. He got a medium drink, but I see that you have IBC. I want an IBC instead.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab an IBC.
Okay.
It's IBC.
Root beer, or it's root beer, or they have the cream soda. Yeah, I'm a fan.
All right.
Alright, sounds good. So
All right.
total comes out to $28.66.
Yes,
This
sir.
was for here, correct?
Yeah, we'll have that here. Put this right in like it is.
Yes. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. See, I told you, this is like nobody here, nobody's gonna bother
Yeah,
us.
nice.
We just do this thing. It doesn't feel as weird when there's not a lot of people around, right?
Copy of your receipt, and I'll bring that over once it's
Great, thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Chet has to say IBC also has tangerine cream soda.
Oh yeah, if they had that, I would totally drink that. If they had it, I would drink it, guys, but they don't have it.
No, my mom doesn't live in Hawaii anymore.
Did she?
She did, yeah.
Where? Where in Hawaii? I just got back from Hawaii a few days ago.
She was in Waikiki. She was working for a Japanese
Hello, how are you guys?
company, food company. Thank you.
Yeah? That sounds delicious. Let's see here. All right, guys. I'm doing root beer tonight instead of cream soda. A little root beer. Let's see. All right. Who's going over here? There. Are we still focused? Looks a little soft. Hang on. There we go. That's not so bad. Here, in case you get a little shy, I can just put that right there. Is that better? Is that better? Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. That's real nice. All right. Yeah, it's a little blocked, so I have to sit on this side, but I can read what else is going on here. I can read what they're saying and what they're asking.
Grant several years ago.
Wait, where is your? This is where you met Ben-Hur. That's exactly right. So we were here. I was here with a buddy after Bad Movies live stream with my friend Aaron. He's another YouTuber, Aaron Yonda. He does beer and board games and Chad Vader. Did you ever see Chad Vader about Darth Vader's brother?
Chad Vader sounds familiar.
It was really great early hit.
Now, I noticed that we're right next to the TV.
Maybe we should move to the other side.
I think
because
so.
of the TV and stuff.
I think that's probably
Move to the
gonna
other
be
side.
hard.
I'm gonna move over here. Here we go. Yeah, this will work. We'll go right over here. It'll work if I put this on this side and if we sit here and here. There you go. How's that, guys?
Foreground.
How's that? Is that good, guys? Does that work? Does that make the shot more interesting? This thing right here, these are the fart sounds. This is the fart sounds of visual right here. Man, that is an incredible sunset. Hang on, I'm just going to show them the sunset. I'll be right back.
Okay.
This is such a beautiful sunset, you guys. Hold on, you just have to see this. A lot of it's blocked, but it's just incredible out there. That's just lovely. Made it just in time for food, says Lissy Chick. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Hey, I got good news. Lissy Chick is here. There you go. There you go. Gag never gets old, or maybe it immediately gets old. It actually looks kind of nice to have us so framed like that. Look at that. Look how pretty that is.
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's like being in the forest.
Yeah. Let's see. How did you and Grant meet? Asked Muppet Stooges fan. I actually don't remember how we met.
I don't remember.
I mean, I know it was through the whole group. You know what? It was probably at one of Adam Savage's parties at Comic-Con, is what I would think. Because you always went to his parties, right?
Yeah? I thought it was through Kim, maybe.
How did you meet Kim? Do you remember that?
I met Kim on the Guild. I guested on.
Well, then that must have been it then. So was it in when they went to the convention?
Yeah.
All right, because they had a lot of
fake
guest
booth.
stars.
Yeah, that's how I met Jason Charles Miller.
Yeah.
Holly Conrad. They were all.
Do you keep in touch with Jason Miller?
Yeah.
He's such a good guy.
Yeah, he's
Love
awesome.
that guy.
He's awesome. He's on tour right now. He's in Atlanta. He's playing Dragon Con.
Oh, nice.
Well, not at Dragon Con, but.
We have some people who are watching from Atlanta, like Ick the Troll King. He's in Atlanta, and he has been going to Dragon Con, but he took off from Dragon Con tonight so that he could watch this stream.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Awesome.
which is very, very nice. Grant, several years ago, my dad and I went to a Mythbusters live show starring you and Adam and Jamie. We were really hoping we would see you, Tori and Carrie. Did Adam or Jamie ever ask you if you wanted to be a part of the show?
No.
Oh, starring Adam and I see.
No,
They did not.
Yeah, no, we didn't do. We did our own live show actually. We had six cities we played, all on the West Coast. But no, the live show was an interesting entity. It was all fairly highly scripted. All the gags were worked out ahead of time. So.
Yeah. Your live show or Adam and Jamie's?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Both. Yeah.
And what was the basic theme of your live show? Were you building things, or were you just telling stories, or
Telling stories and doing science demonstrations.
okay?
So we did the crazy glue on the hard hat one.
Yeah.
That drop of crazy glue is enough to hold.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Did it work?
Yeah, it works great.
That's actually kind of amazing that worked.
Yeah, the trick is that you have to have a perfect surface. So if you have,
okay. That makes sense.
yeah, we had machined aluminum plates. One plate on the hard hat and the other plate on the beam that we suspended between two ladders.
Does it have to be a perfect surface because that drop has to really spread out?
That's exactly it.
Okay. Look at that. I understand science.
There you go. Yeah, we did that. We did a couple other ones like multitasking. other, I don't know,
Did you say multitasking?
multitasking. Yeah.
What's a multitasking?
So basically, that women are better than men at multitasking.
Are they?
Yeah. They
Yeah?
pretty much. Yeah. Much better.
Because I feel like I can multitask, but maybe, I guess, you know what, I guess I can't, because when I'm doing something else and Kim says something to me, inevitably this is what happens. I finish doing what I'm doing and then I go, sorry, what, sweetie? That's what usually happens.
Yeah.
What? Sorry, what?
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Crazy glue on your fingers works amazingly.
It sure does.
So Dr. Heath says, so similar to what Adam and Michael Stevens did. Who's Michael Stevens?
That's probably, I think it's Brain Candy. I think it's like another podcast or YouTube guy.
Okay.
But yeah, very similar to that.
Here's a question for you. What has been your favorite build?
Ooh, there's so many over the years. The fun thing is that we did all of our own designing and building. And so somebody actually once asked me who didn't know really what the show was all about, and didn't really know me, said, who does all your building? And I was like, what do you mean? I do my own building.
Well, here's the thing. It's a TV show, so I feel that's a fair question. Because if you know anything about reality television, which I'm sure you do,
It's not
there's not much reality. in it.
Yeah.
There's a producer going like, all right, we need for you to get mad at Jerry because Jerry looked at your girl. Okay, just get mad at him. Like they have the whole thing, you know.
But we predate a lot of those reality shows.
Yeah, that's true.
So, back when reality was actually reality.
But let me ask you this: Mythbusters, completely real, or did you have help from outside sources and people who come in and help you craft things?
No, I mean we had. So after Carrie got pregnant, I mean, literally it was us and our producer director, a couple associate producers, camera and sound.
Yeah.
It wasn't until Carrie got pregnant that we were able to justify having a shop assistant.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But up until that,
What's the matter? You want a pregnant lady to carry around a bunch of stuff?
yeah, because up until that point, it was like we design, build everything. And in the beginning, we were working like 10-hour days, 5-6 days a week.
Yeah.
To get everything done. I mean, we were hired as builders.
These shows require an awful lot of work. Like way much more time and work than people think.
Yeah, the shooting ratio was like, I don't know. I think I once calculated it. It was like 50 to 1 or something like that. For every 50 minutes we build, 1 minute made it. No, it had to be more than that. It was like, so basically it took us 2 weeks to make 22 minutes of TV. So
Yeah. Which is funny because, other 22-minute shows that aren't reality shows, you shoot them in a week. Like if they're scripted, they're done in a week. And same with hour-long scripted, that's done in a week.
yeah,
So that's kind of amazing that it took so long
yeah.
to do that. So Michael Stevens has a couple YouTube channels, Vsauce and Ding.
Oh, Vsauce, right?
Yeah. Let's see. The whole video where they changed the name was hilarious. What was your favorite movie you worked on when you were at ILM?
Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy Quest. I love that movie.
Yeah, I worked on a bunch of movies: Lost World, Star Wars prequels,
Yeah.
AI, T3, but Galaxy Quest, far and away my favorite.
Galaxy Quest is such a funny movie, and it holds up completely.
Yeah.
It is just still
Yeah.
a great movie, and it's one of those movies. Kim and I have a short list of movies that we will go back to every 2 or 3 years and watch again.
Yeah.
Galaxy Quest is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good movie. A lot of heart.
Everybody says good choice. It's a great movie. Everybody agrees. One person doesn't. No, I think
Yeah.
everyone does. Rest in peace, Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
Yes,
Wow.
indeed.
Forgot about that.
Oh, and now someone's saying sorry to hear about Jesse's
Oh
passing.
yeah, Jesse.
Do you have any fun stories about her? They're asking.
Jesse's was with us. So basically, she stepped in when Carrie was pregnant and could physically no longer work, and they had to really drag Carrie kicking and screaming away from work. Like, she was, I don't know how many months pregnant, firing guns. She had to ask her pediatrician or OBGYN, is it okay for the baby if there's an explosion?
Oh wow, yeah, because there are little tiny ears in there.
Yeah.
And little tiny eardrums.
Or, a pressure wave or something like that.
Wow.
So basically, she was on as long as she possibly could be. And then Jessie Combs stepped in. And Jessie was great. It's hard to join an established cast.
Yeah.
And, step into a beloved role.
Yeah.
Carrie was, universally beloved.
There you go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you, sir. Sorry. You go right ahead. Excellent.
And you see a small salad and then a couple
Very
plates for you
cool.
guys.
Excellent. Thanks very much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Enjoy.
Jessie, I would say the one defining thing about Jessie is that she was a go-getter. She did not hesitate. She did not have fear.
Huh.
Fun story I have about Jessie Combs,
Yeah.
as we're just about to eat, but hey.
No, that's fine. She would have wanted us to eat.
Yeah. We were doing a myth about earwax, making a candle out of earwax. It's from Shrek, the animated Shrek, and he does this thing where it's just a little scene where he pulls his earwax
Yeah.
out, plops it down, and makes a candle.
Not a
It's
chance. I would say
romantic.
no. I'd say not a chance. Can't do it.
So we were like, well, let's see if we can make a candle out of human earwax.
Wow. How many humans did you have to get?
Yeah. So we thought, well, how hard can this be? We'll just, get earwax extracted from the crew by a doctor. The doctor came in and I have almost no earwax. Our harvest was very, very little. And we're not trying to make
so
a
weird.
giant
You know
candle.
what? I wasn't creeped out till you said the word harvest.
Yeah.
Like, harvest is a weird word to use
Yeah.
in this situation. Okay.
So we're trying to make just like a birthday candle size thing.
Something tiny.
We didn't have enough.
No, of course not. You need like 1,000 people, don't you?
So the doctor was like, oh, you need earwax? There's another
Oh,
doctor.
I got a guy. You need earwax? I'm gonna get you some earwax. Hey, don't worry about it. You need earwax? I'll get you earwax.
He got us a vial of earwax.
How?
So he extracted it. And you see, there are people that have to get earwax extracted. The problem is that the reason that they're getting earwax extracted is because it's infected.
Oh, God.
And so the other thing is that it comes in all these different colors.
Oh, boy.
All the way
This is
from-
really gross.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I told you. All the way from yellow to sort of light brown to dark brown.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're coming up to the Jessie Combs part. I've never seen Tori Belleci gag on camera, ever. And he's a pretty tough guy. He will not let you see him gag. We were trying to make this candle with this infected earwax.
Oh, it's so gross.
And it wasn't working. It was too crumbly, so we thought, let's heat it up. Make it softer. The problem is that when you heat it up, it produces this smell that I had to leave the room. I left. Tori started gagging.
Uh-huh.
He had to leave the room.
Okay.
Jessie was like, what's the problem? I'm fine, guys.
Wow.
And she finished the thing. She made the candle.
That's amazing.
So yeah, she had no fear. She was a go-getter.
And apparently had no sense of smell.
Apparently. And she stepped right into Carrie's shoes, and
Wow.
she died. It was tragic that she died, but what she was doing at the time, she was trying to break the land speed record
Right.
in a jet engine, a jet car,
Yeah.
which is probably the most Jessie thing I can think
It
of.
must have been absolutely thrilling for her.
Yeah.
do
She
that.
did have a record. She had a record.
Yeah.
Land speed record. She's the fastest woman on 4 wheels.
Jeez, that's amazing.
So, anyway,
Well,
rest in peace.
here's to you, Jesse.
To you, Jessie.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the pizza.
pizza.
The pizza that you
has
have
arrived.
gotten for us.
Thank you.
The
Thanks
pizza
for
with
the
all
pizza.
sorts of stuff. Thank you for that beautiful pizza. And Graham. That's,
Now that you're used to it.
That's the joke video that I put up, me calling you Graham. Grant's salad. All right.
Let's eat.
Yeah, let's eat. We might as well.
Yeah,
It's good for you. Here, have that.
thank you.
Yeah, and you know, we can pay as much attention to this as you like, or we can just hang out and talk and eat pizza, which is kind of what I'm going to do. I didn't know you had motion sickness. Someone's mentioning that you had motion sickness.
So basically, we were trying to do a couple of myths having to do with cures, medicinal cures for motion sickness.
Yeah.
And, you know, so like obviously they use us as guinea pigs for a number of reasons. One, we're already on staff, so they're already paying us.
Mm-hmm.
And two, it's funny on camera.
Uh-huh.
And so, this is good pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And so, we tested everyone on staff. Tori, Carrie, Jamie, not motion sick. Me and Adam were susceptible to motion sickness.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty big way.
Wow.
And so they thought, oh, well, we'll just make you motion sick. We'll test one in the morning and one at night, one in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you'll try the thing out, and then you'll recover, and then you'll get motion sick again.
Okay.
The problem is that you get motion sick in the morning, and you do one test, and you're done for the rest of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's supposed to be done in like 2 days.
Yeah.
It took more than a week to finish. It was crazy.
You and I have that in common, though, motion sickness.
Yeah.
Kim and I got married in Hawaii.
Yeah. Did you do like a scuba thing?
Well, no, we went snorkeling
Snorkeling.
like the day after.
Yeah. Did you know you were
But-
motion sick?
Yeah, and I'd been snorkeling before and it was no problem, but it was a really choppy day. It was so choppy. At the beginning, they were like, I don't know, should we go out? Let's just go for it. Well, half the people in the boat were horribly ill, including me. And there is nothing worse, I feel like, than having terrible motion sickness on a boat, and when you know you're going to be out there for 2.5 more hours.
Wow.
Like and every minute is excruciating.
Like, maybe they shouldn't have brought the boat out if it was going to be that choppy.
No, of course not. It was really, really bad, and I was upset, and a lot of people were really upset. And they were like, "Oh, you'll be fine when you get in the water." I was not fine when I got in the water.
no.
Yeah, and again, we're eating, so I won't talk about it. But I will tell you this: all the fish come right up to you.
Oh.
Yeah. They have a
Wow.
special snack to eat. Those
Wow.
fish.
That's brutal.
Mm-hmm. Mmm. I like it. And I normally don't get onions on pizza because I find them overpowering, but it works with this one. So Kim and I went to Maui
Love Maui.
this past week. It's our favorite.
Yeah.
That's where we got married. And we've been to the other islands too. But we had a lot of frequent flyer miles and chase points that we used to make this basically a free trip. Free condo, free car
Good for you.
rental, free flights.
You stay in Kihei or Kaanapali?
We did stay in Kihei. Yeah, we love Kihei. We always mean to stay in Kaanapali one of these times just to try it. But we love that sort of
Chill.
south side so much.
Yeah.
It's so chill.
Yeah.
And it's really affordable. We know the restaurants over there really well. We love the food. And we also like to drive into Wailea and just go into the really expensive resorts like the Fairmont and the Grand Wailea and the Four Seasons and all that.
Yeah.
And, go and hang out there on their property and use their pool and, eat at their restaurants too. So we're doing stuff there. The Grand Wailea has water slides. which we didn't do this time because we think that Charlie's too little for them. That he would have been frustrated not being able to go on them. But man, did we have a nice trip. God, did you ever live there, or did you just go visit your mom?
Yeah. Just go visit my mom. I've been to Maui many times on my own. That drive, the drive from the airport towards, even that split, the sugar plantation, but you continue on towards Kaanapali. That's that's probably my favorite drive in the world.
Oh, it's incredible.
Because you've got the mountains on one side, you've got the water on the other side.
It's perfect. And the trees that come over the road at certain times. Do you also take the road to Hana? You ever drive on the road to Hana? Because that's also just
I've been to
incredible.
Hana. Yeah. That was kind of a slog, though. It was a long road. Get out there, and very windy.
That's supposed to be an all-day thing.
Yeah.
It's this long, windy road that literally takes hours to drive on before you get to the town of Hana. But the road itself is the destination. So you start on that road, and you're like, oh, let's pull over here. Let's check out these gardens, and then there's beautiful gardens, and then let's go over there. There's a waterfall, and then you hike up to a waterfall, and you jump in and you swim.
Yep. The sisters, the pools,
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And even the ones that aren't named, there's this one that has a 30-foot waterfall that's a perfect diving waterfall because the pool is really deep below it. And I'll jump off that 30-foot cliff. I love that so much. That's my favorite. But then they're what are they called? The Seven Sisters? Is what it's called at the end. It's like right before you get to Hana. Yeah, they have all these different things, and they kind of cascade down from one to the next.
Yeah.
And then Hana itself is beautiful, and you can stay in Hana, which I've never done. But I've heard it's a really nice thing to do because it's very quiet out there.
Yeah.
But that drive, that whole island is just stunning. Every time we go there, Kim and I say, God, I wonder how we could possibly live here
Everybody
for a little
does.
while. Everybody does. But then some people do. That's the thing. You meet a lot of people like, yeah, we just moved here.
Yep.
But it's because they had a job that transferred them out. We have a friend who lives in Oahu, and he flew to Maui just for the day with his son. His son's like 16. So they flew just to spend the day with us and go to the beach. And he was moved out from LA to Oahu because he works for Crocs. And he's an area manager for all the Crocs stores.
Wow.
So they're like, well, we have an opening either in the Netherlands or in Hawaii. And he's like, the Netherlands would be amazing.
What a gig.
But Hawaii is it's just pretty perfect.
Yeah.
And it's so expensive that if you have the option of actually being moved to Hawaii,
Oh, yeah.
I would have trouble with that choice because the Netherlands would be a phenomenal place to live as well.
Yeah.
So he took the job, and
Wow.
I should actually ask if the Netherlands position is still open. I could be an area manager. I could manage
Do you
some
know
Crocs
anything
stores.
about Crocs?
I don't know anything about Crocs, and I don't know anything about retail. But while he visited us in Maui, we did stop at the Crocs store, and we bought a bunch of Crocs shoes with this discount, which was very nice. So that was fun. We did get a bunch of Crocs. So it was kind of an amazing trip. Let's see what's going on over here. Getting a U-Haul to Hawaii is a bitch. Yeah. Grant, what do you think of Adam's new show, Savage Built? I don't even know about that.
Yeah, it's I think it's on Discovery. But yeah, he gets to build some really cool stuff. I think he does a full Iron Man armor out of titanium.
Wow.
3D printed titanium.
Wow. So like a real Iron Man, an actual Iron Man. That's totally cool.
Yeah.
That guy.
Honestly, I haven't had a chance to see it yet, but I will eventually.
Crocs are a Crocs this time. We've heard that before too, but they're very comfortable. recently a Twitch musician meetup or in retreat in the Netherlands. Wow, that must have been nice. I would love to see Greg trying to sell Crocs. So, before we came off to do this, I hope you don't mind me saying, Grant was like, I don't know if I want to go to do the dinner thing. It's just kind of weird. Do you still feel like it's weird, or is it okay?
No, it's all right.
It's all right?
Yeah.
I'm used to doing it because I do it, every week with these guys. And people always, no matter what we're eating, people are always, man, I really want pizza. Yeah. Bundy, Croc salesman. Yeah, everybody's saying the same. Well, this is really good pizza, you guys.
That's a Married with Children reference.
Was he? Was he a Croc salesman or a shoe salesman?
Shoe salesman.
All right.
Yeah. What was his first name, though? I know it's Peg Bundy. Al Bundy.
Al Bundy. I saw very little of that show, but Kim tells me that when it started, that it was actually a really funny parody of sitcoms, and then it kind of turned into what it was parodying.
Scandalous.
Yeah. But then she said it sort of turned into what it was trying to parody, and it just lost its
Maybe?
ironic edge or something.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I don't know enough about it because I didn't really watch it. Here's again. This is what the pizza looks like, you guys. It looks just like that. Looks like pizza with a bunch of stuff on it. I feel like this sausage is. I feel like it's the type of lamb meat that they put on Greek gyros.
Yeah. That's thinly sliced.
In fact, I think it might actually be.
Really?
Well, yeah, I'm just taking bites of it, and it tastes kind of like that beef and lamb mixed gyro meat. I wonder if they even make gyros here. I bet they do. No, they don't. Man, I keep forgetting that they make meatball subs and chicken parms here. I should try one of those one of these times.
Yeah.
Nowhere around here makes pizza like that, says BPI Mom. What part of the country do you live in, BPI Mom? If you're comfortable saying. Where do you live? I feel like you're an East Coaster, like maybe you live in New York.
Ohio.
I forget who knows who in our circle, but do you know John Scalzi?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. So
He's awesome.
Yeah, and he's awesome, and he's also in rural Ohio.
Scalzi also is a ukulele player.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know. On the last cruise. Wait,
You went on the cruise.
Have you gone on the cruise?
Yeah.
Were we ever there the same year?
I don't think so.
No, we weren't, were they? I've been on that cruise. Let's see, if this coming year is the 10th anniversary, I've been on 6 or 7 of them. I've been on a lot of them.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry I missed you. When did you go on? How many years ago?
2015, maybe?
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, no, wait. I bet it was 2016 because Charlie was born in 2016 and we had to skip that year. Yeah, so 3 years ago. Oh, I'm sorry I missed you.
It was super fun.
It's
the Joko cruise.
such a fun hangout. Yeah, the Jonathan Colton and Paul and Storm and all those guys. The one where I do the Yeshman morning show. Have you ever met Yeshman? He's a nice guy. You'd like him. Yeshman hosts a morning show that's broadcast on all the TVs, but it's also live in front of an audience. Every morning at 9:30 on the Joko cruise. So he does 5 shows, and this last time, he got to interview, and he was very excited about this. He got to interview John Flansburgh of They Might Be Giants.
Oh.
John Linnell chose not to actually go on the cruise part, but just to go to Puerto Rico and play a show there, and then fly back. He didn't actually want to do the cruise itself though, so couldn't get both of the guys on the show, but got Flansburgh and he was great. But there've been some fun shows. Yeshman, do you know who Yeshman is? Is that what I'm talking about? No, okay. It's a character I do. No, I mean he's a real guy. but he's clueless and he's old and crotchety and very funny. And the interviews that he does with people are a lot of fun. One of these days, you should meet him for a special interview. Yeah, that would be fun.
All right, maybe I will.
But yeah, he interviewed Amy Mann. That was a really good one. He interviewed.
Yeah, they get some really great musical acts.
Yeah, and Maria Bamford, and just a lot of comedians that I really like a lot. Michael Ian Black, and just a lot of. It's been a really fun experience, and I wish that Yeshman actually had his own show. Like I wish he had his own TV show.
One of the things I love about the Joko Cruise is how vibrant the community is. The Sea Monkeys are like they do their own events, and there are shadow events on the cruise. It's awesome. So I was there as a sort of one of the build talent, but
Right. And what did you do? Did you actually build something, or did you just go up and talk, or what did you do?
I went up and talked. Yeah, I did a couple of sessions.
Yep.
A couple of just like informal talks, and just pick a bar on the cruise ship and do a talk there. But yeah, it was super fun. I enjoyed it a lot. I was gonna go back the next year, just not as like I paid my own way.
That's what Will and Ann Wheaton did this past year, because they had an exclusivity deal with another cruise lines, so they couldn't go on as actual guests. So they just went just to go on the cruise, which was fun.
Yeah, super fun. So
They just
highly
weren't allowed to.
recommend it.
Yeah, they just weren't allowed to participate in anything officially. So they just enjoyed their cruise. I'm actually. It's so weird. Kim and I would never really choose cruising as like our preferred method of travel,
Yeah, same.
but we've done so many of them because of two things: Joko and Kim's parents. Kim's parents love cruising, and historically they've gone on 1 or 2 cruises a year. And one of the ways to spend time with them is to just go and spend a week with them on a cruise. One time, we went on a 2-week cruise with them, all the way to Hawaii, from LA to Hawaii.
Yeah.
It goes to Hawaii, and then you have to have like 4 or 5 nights in Hawaii, and then you cruise back. And that was like a it was like a 14 or 15 day cruise, something like that. I thought I was going to be so bored being out in the middle of the ocean with nothing to do. It was the most relaxing thing ever. It was so great. But again, a totally different experience than the Joko cruises.
Yeah, Joko, you are never. It's like a convention. It's a convention on water of geeky music and geeky personalities and so many gaming activities. Like you are never. There's no way to do everything. And everybody was super cool. I enjoyed it a lot.
People are really super cool on that.
Yeah.
And they're respectful too, which is nice.
Absolutely. So, yeah. Maybe I'll go back one day. I'd love to.
Nintendo Lunchbox, I don't know anything about that. That's the first I've heard.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if that's true. I'm assuming that it's true since you're saying it, but I honestly have never heard anything about that. And we just went to a party. Ann Wheaton's party, and Felicia was there. I mean, there's no bad blood between them or anything. It's just I don't know.
Yeah.
Someone says quitter. Oh, I think Spike is leaving. Good night, Spike, if you're still here. Have a great night. A lot of these people are on the East Coast.
Yeah. It's getting pretty late.
That's why we start early.
Yeah.
Grant, you appeared on one of Greg's Joko Cruise vlogs during the drill. So wait a minute.
Really? Were we on the cruise at the same
Maybe we were on the cruise at the same time.
I don't remember us interacting.
Wow. Well, if anyone is going to correct me, it's George Savun. His name is Tim, and I refer to him as my #1 fan because he knows all of my videos backwards and
Oh
forwards.
my gosh. Well, maybe we were on the same cruise.
Maybe we were on the same year, and we didn't even realize it. Maybe that's where we got to know each other. But
Maybe.
hang on a second. That video that I just put up again of me interviewing you at Comic-Con, that was at Comic-Con 2015. And we already knew each other then
Yes.
for at least a couple of years.
Yeah. I feel like.
Wow. Well, that's interesting.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm getting full.
Yeah. That was good pizza. Really good.
I'm
Solid.
glad you liked it. You can take some of it home if you want more later. I'll bring a couple pieces to Kim.
I'm good. I'm good. I've got. I had a little barbecue yesterday, so got lots of leftovers. Done. Done.
I can't resist asking if Grant uses Discord.
No.
I never did either, but that question came from Jag. Jag's the one who set up my Discord server for me.
Oh.
Thanks again for doing that, Jag. You did a great job. Bream says, joining late tonight, please go rewatch the movie with the exact same reactions. That's really funny.
It's
No
gonna be
thanks.
tough.
Couldn't watch that movie again.
No.
What did you think of it? Did you think it was a funny bad movie, or was it just boring bad, or how'd you feel about it?
I don't think it was funny bad. It was only boring bad in certain bits. Like in the beginning, I'm like, what? There was like a lot, probably at least 20 minutes of establishing him and his ranch and just long shots.
In the most boring way possible.
Yeah.
I feel like there were some funny things. I feel like some of the acting was so bad that was pretty funny.
That's
I
pretty
also
bad.
like when I'm trying to think about what some of the funniest scenes. I loved when he walked through all the chairs for no reason.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty great.
Yeah. Yeah, the weird robot assistant that was just
He's supposed to be quirky and funny and
Yeah.
sarcastic and whatever.
so bad.
Yeah, terrible. Ix says, using the A-bar scale, it was a great movie. The worst movie that we've watched on Bad Movies Live, in a bad way, not in a good way, was a blaxploitation film called A-Bar, the First Black Superman. Now, doesn't that sound great?
Sure.
You got blaxploitation, you got mid-70s, and it's called A-Bar, the First Black Superman. Well, it turns out that it was full of just horribly depressing social commentary. It was a movie that was trying to make a statement in every single scene, and it was cruel, and like the horrible white people like calling black people everything you expect them to be called, and it was just we should have stopped watching it the first 5 minutes.
I know. I was like, did you watch the whole thing?
We watched the whole thing. We're like, well, it's got to get good because he's got to become Superman, right? Well, he really doesn't. He just ends up getting these random powers, and then there are these. It was a no-budget movie. So then this guy A-Bar, who plays the guy who gets these powers, there's just shot like a close-up shot of him just staring straight ahead with no expression, and then you see like somebody trip and fall. And he's just, you just assume that he's doing things with his mind.
Oh, no.
But there's no action involved in it whatsoever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was this horrible thing. It was such a depressing movie. Joe Momo just says, I'm kind of glad I missed that one. Yeah, and it was so bad that I told the guys, like a lot of these movies, most of them, I delete off of Twitch that night, and I just put up on my Patreon. Exclusively on my Patreon, the password protected for people who support me on Patreon. Someone please do !Patreon, just in case anybody's interested. So you can see all these movies, and you'll be able to see the one from with me and Grant, because I'm going to delete that tonight and put it up on Patreon. Thank you, Tinkerbell Cat and Ick. But I will never release A-Bar. It was so unfun. Like, I never want for people to see that one again.
Yeah.
That was just terrible. Ricky O was still the highlight for me. That was great. Ricky O was so great. We're gonna watch it again at some point. There's a movie.
Ricky O?
It is like a karate film called Ricky O: The Story of Ricky. And it's super violent, but in kind of a, hey everybody, let's make a movie. I know how to make skulls that you can crush and then blood oozes out of them, like stuff like that. And like, you know, like the main guy Ricky, he would like punch people, but he'd punch all the way through them,
Right.
and his fist would like come out their back. And,
Yeah.
I mean, just super violent.
Right.
And it was a ridiculous movie to watch. I had a great time. Skip TV still isn't there yet, sadly. Oh right, did you guys want full episodes of Skip TV? Is that one of the things we talked about? Because I've kind of forgotten about things. I've been trying to think of what else I could put. Tom G says yes. All right, you guys. As soon as we get off, I'll make a note, and I can put up some full episodes of Skip TV this month on Patreon for you Patreon peeps. Full episode. You're going to be horribly bored. 28 and a half minutes of Skip TV. But you'll see a lot of appearances by my first wife. I was married a long, long time ago. When I was 25 years old. For 7 months.
Oh, wow.
That's when I found out that she'd been cheating on me for a year and a half. Yeah. Yeah. So it was not the best. But she's since I think we shot a lot of stuff before I was married, so she's in a lot of that stuff. So you'll see my first wife in a lot of that stuff. It is what it is.
Has Grant been to Adam's warehouse to see his collection? I have. I went to his warehouse many years ago. So I'm probably sure since then it's gotten even more crowded with cool stuff. But there was a lot of cool stuff then.
It's kind of the coolest place I've ever been to. But I'm guessing you also have a space where you build.
I do, yeah. I have my own shop, but I don't really decorate it with stuff like Adam does.
It just looks like a shop.
It's mostly a shop, and right now I'm building, so I'm almost done with the full-size BB-8 that rolls around and beeps and lights up. So I'm probably
Cool.
I've been at like 90-95% done for several years. I almost finished it. I got to that point, and then I got the gig consulting for Disney.
Right. That'll keep you busy.
Yeah, pretty much I dropped everything. It looked like I was, still in the middle of building, and I just dropped everything. And so for over a year, my shop just looked like a bomb went off in it. And then I cleaned it up. I was working so I've been there consulting for 2.5 years now. Almost 2.5 years. And I get very little time to work on it. But I'm also concurrently working on an R2D2, full-size R2.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, listen. When you get that BB-8 done, I'm gonna make you a deal. I will give you $100 cash for it. So just start thinking about what you want to do with that money.
It's a great offer.
Yeah, I mean, so
Cash?
cash. And if you want to, I tell you what, if you want to sell that and the R2D2 together, I mean, I'd say 100 for the R2D2, but since I'm going to get them both together, maybe like 175 for both of them together. A little bit of a discount.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that.
Okay.
Maybe that'll get you to finish it faster.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the R2 is a 19-year project, almost.
Wow.
The
That's
story
amazing.
with the R2, and actually, Adam is a part of this group. His R2 is technically a part of that original group. Back when we were at ILM, working on the Star Wars movies, you're not supposed to.
Oh, sorry, folks.
You're not supposed to cast anything for yourself. Like, you have original parts there. You have to make molds, but it's forbidden to make any copies for yourself.
Wow.
But we all really wanted R2D2s. There was like a group of 8 of us.
Yeah.
So we said, hey, we're world-class model makers.
Yeah.
We have access to the originals. Let's just make our own. And so we did. We made copies of all the parts from scratch, which is permitted. I mean, because there's been an R2 builders group for decades.
Yeah.
So we made our own masters from scratch, made molds, casted up a bunch of parts with the intention of all of us working together to build our own R2s.
Yeah.
That was 19 years ago. And so after we worked on them for a couple months, right, we all got busy,
Yeah.
and we all kind of parted ways. Since then, is it 19 years? Yeah. Since then, I've just been carrying these parts with me on move after move after move, and I put them into storage
Yeah.
and forget.
And they're not assembled,
Not assembled.
just parts.
So about 3 years ago, one of my friends, there's 3 of us that are local.
Yeah.
My friends was like, we're doing this. We're gonna do this. So we started up again, and almost done. But the problem is, it's like having a D&D group
Yeah.
that meets maybe once a month, probably every 2 months. We all work together, and so progress in that way is very, very slow.
I've got a friend who has the Millennium Falcon in his home.
Really?
Yeah, if you'd like to see it sometime.
Wow.
There was a big Disney project where I don't know what they were shooting, but they had to build a Millennium Falcon.
How big?
The interior. It takes up his entire living room.
Oh, this is the interior, not a model, not like.
No, it's basically like his living room
Oh, that's
is the
amazing.
interior. Like he moved it
Wow.
all in pieces, put it back together.
Wow.
And so his living room is the interior of the Millennium Falcon.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because I've been to have you been to Galaxy's Edge?
I have not.
Oh, you should go.
Yeah?
Galaxy's Edge, so the Star Wars thing at Disneyland, it's one of the few things in my life that I can say exceeded my expectations.
Wow, that's great.
I mean,
my buddy Dave must be really hard to please because he did not like it.
really?
And he's a huge Star Wars nerd. But I feel like, you know how they say no one hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans? You know? So
Now-
I feel like it sort of goes along with that. Like he had very high expectations and he wanted it to be like he didn't want a new world, a new experience. He wanted to go and see
I see
things.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that was his main complaint.
He wanted to live in like probably vintage Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I understand why they didn't do that, why they had to create Batu,
Yeah.
because you can't, create a single land in a single era that satisfies everyone.
Yeah.
And so they said, well, let's just create something entirely new. So, yeah.
I guess that's.
But I can absolutely, I understand that.
But
that's
it
not what I
exceeded
was-
your expectations.
That's not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
What I was expecting was an immersive Star Wars experience. And the cool thing is, you enter like near the Country Bear Jamboree. It used to be like Frontierland.
Yeah.
And it kind of slowly transitions from the real world with, like these hedges.
Uh huh.
And then the second, I'll tell you a true story. So my friend and I went with this, my friend Cynthia Marie, and she's like, I want to do a lightsaber. And I was like, okay, well, I want to go to the canteen. And she had friends that had been multiple times. They said, okay, here's what we're gonna do. This is what you have to do. You have to have a plan. You have to execute it immediately as soon as you get in the land, right? So like, okay, got a plan, gonna do this thing. We transitioned from Frontierland, and the second I see the X-Wing, my mind goes blank. I'm like, oh my God. And just like the wonder that I felt, the whole plan went out the window, and it's like, oh yeah, we've got to do a thing, and I mean, eventually, like I did, find where I was supposed to go, but it was so immersive, so well executed. I temporarily forgot what I was supposed to do. I just, which I think is the experience you should have. Is wow, this is so cool. I just want to experience this and like drink it all in. And originally during the preview period, there was like you get a wristband. There's like reservations, right? You get a 4-hour window. And nobody was really checking, like, what color is your wristband? Get out of here.
Yeah.
And so Cynthia was like, our time is almost up. Do you want to stay? And originally, right, I was like, going in, I was like, they're going to have to drag me, kick me, and scream me from this place. But after the 4 hours, I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
If there is such a thing as too much awesome, I have had it. I am like full. It was like I was so stimulated by all the sights and sounds.
Yeah. And they don't even have the big ride done yet.
No, Rezzer's is awesome. So
I hear it's going to be incredible.
I'm consulting at Disney, and I talked to a lot of people that worked on that ride.
Yeah.
And they described to me what you do on this ride.
Yeah.
And after they described it, and then they're like, and then you do this, and then you do this, and then there's a thing over here. It's like, how long is this ride? It sounds awesome.
And what did they say? How long is it?
Oh, it's like 20 minutes. It's a long ride.
That's amazing.
It's a long ride, which is great.
Did you ever do the Star Trek experience when it was in Vegas?
Yeah.
Wasn't it cool?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought it was
It
completely
was
cool.
cool and scary with that hallway. And
Yeah, and when they closed it, I was like, it was such an amazing thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like the big ride that they're going to open in Star Wars Land is going to have some of that type of experience.
I think so.
Built into it.
Yeah. It's definitely because there was like Quark's bar and sort of like atmospheric things, but then was it the Borg, or there was some type of infection.
Yeah, I forget exactly what it was.
Zombie-esque thing.
I just remember I felt like I was just in the universe.
Yeah.
It just felt like I was there.
Yeah, because there's a certain part where like, come on, you guys, you gotta come with us real quick,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's, there are certain elements like that in Rise of Resistance.
Yeah.
It's, I think it's really cool.
Well, geez, thank you so much for sending us out for food, you guys. You guys are awesome, and
Yeah,
I hope that you had fun, because I sure had fun.
I did too.
Looks like there's one last question. Grant, were you on set during the explosive water heater episode? That was a great one.
Nope, didn't
Nope.
do that one. But the thing that's astounding about the water heater is it's probably one of the best rockets I've ever seen. It's insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
For some reason it says chat closed. I have no idea why it says chat closed. Maybe something went wrong. Maybe we're not streaming anymore. But if we are streaming, I just want to say thanks again, you guys. This was totally fun. And I hope that you can see us saying goodbye. Because here we are saying it. Goodbye. See you guys soon. See you Tuesday night. Okay, bye.